Hey friends, Tuxx here. I got some stuff at Salvation Army today. I'm pretty excited. I don't usually go there, to be honest with you. And I'm going to open this in 1 second. But before I do that, I kind of want to rant a little bit about why I think Salvation Army is kind of ruined a little bit, at least for me. I used to go there a lot. And in fact, I used to really love it, sincerely. It was kind of like a garage sale. It was like the Wild West of, shopping. You go into Salvation Army and they have a bunch of weird random stuff at random prices, 50 cents, $1, $2, or whatever, and it was sometimes you could find some pretty amazing deals, but at least our local one has gotten into this practice of like not marking prices on things, and you have to go ask somebody, and then they'll tell you one price one time, one price another, or maybe if they like you, they'll give you a lower price or something. And I've even heard of cases of people shopping at our local Salvation Army where they'll have something like, one time there's a NES in box, like out, like in like a donation inside the store, and they're like, oh, I want to buy this, how much is this? And they would have paid any price, but no, they wouldn't sell it to them. And it's because sometimes they'll sell things to like friends first or whatever, and that's just kind of bad business, and when I went to go get these, there's some NES Nintendo games in here, and amongst some other stuff, and I asked how much they were, and the guy was like, oh, 50 cents each. And I was like, oh. And then I didn't say that quite like that. I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, oh, no, dollar each. He changed his price on the fly, which I think is kind of shitty, tell you the truth. And for $1, I'll still buy them. It's not breaking the bank. And there was some pretty cool stuff, I have to admit. But I wish the places would clearly mark the price from the get-go, and the fact that they change the price depending upon, who it is or the time of day or where the moon's at or whatever is kind of like a little shenanigan-y, to me anyway, okay? All right, but I did find some really cool stuff, and I got some footage here at Salvation Army. I'm going to show you right now of what type of stuff they had, which was pretty good. Here's the footage. Hey guys, Tuxx here, and check out this rare find of all these old NES games. A lot of stuff. I mean, Salvation Army, your local thrift store, Goodwill might just have some stuff too. Some of these are kind of bad condition, but for the price, it's not a bad deal. You should come check it out. We got PS2 games over here. Pretty good stuff. I mean, some of these games are kind of Starsky and Hutch-y, but I mean, they do have like Spiral, so it's not bad. I'm not sure how they got such a big collection. They usually only have a couple games. They had some PC games too, which kind of surprised me, so anyway, pretty interesting. They somehow got this whole collection of them. Maybe someone like donated them all in one shot, not sure. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so you can see there's some pretty good stuff. Some of those PS2 games might not have played. Here's what I got. Let's go ahead and open this up. And this whole bag cost me, I think, about $12. It was like $1 each, okay? And I got some cool retro games, and this is a much better deal. I mean, there's retro services, and I've been looking at some of these retro services where they'll send you like, it's like 5 classic games for $30 a month or something, and this is a much better deal because like I got all these games, like this huge pile of games, and it was like $12. So here's what I got anyway, guys. I know this video probably isn't for everyone, but if you're into classic games, you might like or appreciate this. Mega Man 4, $1, not bad. This will probably work, I think, if I blow in it or something. Mega Man 3 with sleeve, $1. Joe and Mac was actually one of my favorite arcade games back in the day. It was like an early kind of a fake Mario or something by Data East. It was a pretty good game, actually, so $1. Bionic Commando, they redid Bionic Commando with Mike Patton doing the voice of it for PS3, which is a pretty cool game, and you probably can find it on the cheap. So if you're looking for a cool, cheap PS3 game, Bionic Commando, it's pretty cool. Let's see, there's Ninja Gaiden. I always think of Shinobi, but $1, not bad. And Quicks, a really old arcade game, but it's a really, really fun game if you never played this. Well, wow, this seems to have like clear plastic on it or something. Or maybe the sticker's just weird. I don't know. But $1, not bad. Let's see, Spy Hunter, classic arcade game, $1. Kind of a bad port of it though. Tetris 2, I don't think I've ever really seen Tetris 2 for NES, but for $1, even though it's a little yellowed or something, I'll take it for $1. Let's see, original Ghosts and Goblins for $1. That's a good deal. Great classic game. And let's see, Metroid. This is a really good deal for $1, actually. Original Metroid. I mean, I've played it, but I kind of don't remember it. I don't think I'll probably play it again. This is one of those Atari games that were released under this Tengen label that got pulled from the shelves. So this is kind of a collector's item. I'm not saying it's really worth more than $1 or whatever, but it's a pretty fun game if you're into like tank games of shooting, kind of like old schooly Combat or Battlezone or something. Not bad. And then I got this PS2 game of Wipeout Fusion, and this actually probably won't play, to be honest with you. This is like the second Wipeout, I think, the first one for PS2, I think. And and I could be wrong. If you know about that, let me know. I've never bought Wipeout Fusion before, ever, I don't think, and I love Wipeout. I know they are making a new Wipeout for PS4 that includes some of these classic Wipeout games remastered, but this is like really dirty, so I don't even know if that's going to play, to be honest with you. But I did have the book and everything, so I figured, why not? What the heck? I might as well go for it. So he gave it to me for $1. I guess PS2 games are usually $2, and here's the little tag he made, you know. So originally I bought 6, and then I ended up buying like 6 more, so I bought them all in one shot. But anyway, that is the deal, my friends. So anyway, check out your local Goodwill Salvation Army. You might be able to get some good deals. Make sure the games are playable. I've actually bought things at Salvation Army where it's missing the game, or it's the wrong game. In fact, you know what? I didn't even look at this. If this isn't Wipeout, I might laugh. Oh no, it's Wipeout. Okay, we're good. But I have bought games, like a stack of games before, didn't look in the box, so I just looked real quickly and it was like some other game altogether, or it was all scratched up, terrible, like unplayable condition, you know. So something to think about. This box is a little weird to me. I don't know why. It feels like not right, like it's like a counterfeit game or something, but I don't think so. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys get some good deals out there. And I was really looking for toys, but surprisingly, our Salvation Army Goodwill doesn't carry toys. I guess they are worried about like lead and from toys from China or something or whatever. So hopefully, I've heard some Goodwill Salvation Armies do sell toys, so you might be able to find some great toys deals there too. Okay. All right, friends. Be sure to check out Tuxx Reviews, my old channel. Be sure to check out Tuxx Toys, this channel, on Facebook, and we also have a thing on Instagram and Twitter, and of course Tuxx Reviews on Instagram and Twitter, and my beta gaming channel called Gamer Tuxx. All right, friends. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.